Today's story is a true incident that happened with 16-year-old Kara Robinson, who is a normal girl like you and me. But Kara is very mature mentally. We see her at her friend Jesse's house. Both of them stayed overnight last night because Jesse's parents are not at home. Meanwhile, it comes to her mind that she should go to her other friend Clara's house to stay because her house is very big. But for that, she will have to ask permission from her mother. They start working and Kara calls her mother Sarah, who is a working woman. She has never refused her daughter for anything because she knows that she has grown up and she will not do anything that will hurt them. Until date, Sarah has never done anything like this. Well, that is why she gives permission. And on the other hand, Jesse's mom also agrees. In the middle, she goes to the washroom as before. Then Kara goes out to fill water in the floors. During this, she notices that a black sedan is repeatedly roaming around that house, but then she ignores it. But when it happens the next time, she looks towards that car. Then that car stops, and an adult man comes out of it and moves forward towards her with a book. Kara thinks that he must have come home. That is why she moves forward freely. Then that man asks her if she does not have parents at home. Kara says that no, this is not my house. This is my friend's house. Then that man smiles and behaves as if he is very close to her. Then he asks the same question in a slightly different way, whether her friend's parents are not at home. Kara says no, yes, that is the mistake she makes. And the poor girl did not know that she will have to pay such a big price for telling the truth. The man points a gun at her neck and comes close to her and says that go and sit quietly in the car and I will shoot you right here. Kara freezes completely. She does not have any idea what is happening. At that time, she did what she felt was right. She quietly went and sat in the car. If she had shouted, the result would have been different. But what would have happened if that man had shot her for doing so? There can be two sides of a coin. Now the man leaves from there with the car and Kara locks the car in the trunk. She starts crying, unaware of what is going to happen next. When the car stops at a hill after some time, she tries to run away, but she does not have the courage to do anything. Meanwhile, the man comes and ties her hands and legs and makes her sit inside a tube. Then he leaves for his house, and from here, some such pages are going to be added in the book of Kara's life, which she will read every time and will curse herself that she wished she had shouted that day. As soon as she comes out after taking a bath, she sees that Kara is not there, but the water is leaking. She cannot go anywhere without telling anyone. She was feeling some bad wipes, so she calls her mom and tells her everything, who without any delay complains to the police, who reaches Jesse's house. But the police were not believing her. They thought that she ran away from home on her own, or went somewhere with her boyfriend. Now, Sarah calls Ryan, who is Kara's boyfriend, and asks him, but he denies that nothing like this happened, but still he was not ready to believe. Kara reaches home. The man takes her out of the tube and takes her to the bedroom, where Kara notices that there are many strange things lying there which are used to trouble someone. Well, after this, the man brings a notebook and starts asking her questions like her parents' name, her address, their phone number, how much education she has, is she a virgin, everything even if she is a girl. He also asks about her body measurements. We can clearly see the brutality in the man's eyes. He was not taking any oath to prove how crazy he was. Knowing that Kara is of his daughter's age, he is after girls. Anyway, Kara tells everything. Then the man says that now you will have to agree to whatever I say and you will have to call me Mister. If you try to escape or do anything wrong, I will shoot you. Kara gets scared on hearing this, but then the man does something with her, whose wound Kara will remember for the rest of her life. There were tears in Kara's eyes. She tries to stop him again and again, but he was not going to agree. After everything is over, when Kara regains her senses, she notices that there is a female comedian in the room. There is a hair in it. There is some cream which girls use. He got confirmed that there is definitely a girl in this house. Now, after this, he takes her outside on the sofa and makes her sit and watches some adult movies with her. Now, in the meantime, Kara starts thinking that how she has to go out of here because the more time she spends here, the worse it will be for her. That guy is following her like a shadow. The only gap she's getting is of 2 or 3 minutes. But this gap is not enough for her. Now here Kara was waiting for the right opportunity, the right time. She first wants to know about him. What is his name? What does he do? Why is he doing this? That's why she starts talking to him. She pretends that she is liking all this. She is enjoying. That's why he tells her his name is Janie. and he is a shop owner. When Kara asks about his family, he silences her. He is not that stupid. He knows very well what she wants to know. That is why he assures her that when I get bored of you, I will leave you. But I don't know when that will happen. But if you go after the police after getting free, then first of all, I will do something with your mom that she will not be able to show her face anywhere. Now a few hours have passed. He again takes Kara to the bedroom and it is about to be evening. But now Kara has understood him. That is why her next step is to observe all the things in that house. So she follows all his orders. Johnny also thinks that she is a small girl. What will she do after all? But a lot was going on in Kara's mind. She now wants to help him in his work. She starts sharing information which allows her to go to places in the house which she had not seen. She gets to know some more things like the name of her family doctor is on her calendar, and his appointment is marked 2 days later, and the person who marked him has just gone to Disneyland. It is confirmed that there is a girl here. And whoever it is, she will return after 2 days, but who she is yet to be found out. But all the things she has seen will help her a lot, because she is sure that after 2 or 3 days, she will definitely come out of this house, and then these clues will help her for justice. Meanwhile, she notices one more thing. There is a box kept in the kitchen about which Johnny is very sensitive. If she even looks at it, he starts scolding her. He thinks that maybe it is someone close to him. Now when the night comes, Kara is again mistreated. Then he takes her in the same condition and sits with her. He wants to see the news to see if there is any headline about Kara's missing, but sadly there was nothing like that. There was no news in which Kara's name was there. Seeing this, he tells her that no one cares for you. That is why no one cares about you. Seeing this, Kara also breaks down because it has been more than 12 hours since she went missing. Meanwhile, on the other hand, we see Sarah who is trying every trick to convince the police that whatever happened to her daughter is actually true. Something very bad has happened. She connects with all her sources and asks for their help, but no one listens. And then finally, an old policeman writes her report and starts this case. The scene again comes on Kara, for whom it is going to be the most terrifying night of her life. Johnny lets her go to the washroom, that too alone. This was the right opportunity for her to escape, but she doesn't know why she doesn't do so. Maybe this is not the right time. It is too late in the night, and from whom will she go out and ask for help? That is why she waits for the morning, but after spending a lot of time in the washroom, Johnny tortures her more and locks her in the same tub again and puts a gun on her head and threatens her that if she tries any trickery, then I have recorded everything and I will leak it all. Kara apologizes, but she gets the punishment for it. Johnny tells her something strange. He troubles her with things, just treats her badly, then ties her hands and legs and makes her sleep close to him. Now Kara falls asleep in a short while because she has suffered a lot today, but as soon as it is morning, she becomes very active. She notices that Johnny is still sleeping and that too unaware. This is the right time. If she does not do anything, she will always curse herself. That is why she somehow loosens the screw of the handcuff without making any sound and then frees her legs with the help of her hands. But the biggest problem for her right now is the main gate, which is closed with a big wooden block. But they say that when there is trouble, even a donkey becomes a lion. This is the nature of humans. When they are in such trouble, they use their strength. Kara uses the same tool, which she had saved all her life, and with all her might, she removes the wooden block so that finally the gate opens and she is now under the open sky. But now is not the time for her to be happy, because Johnny can wake up any moment, and he is so crazy that if he sees her running, he will shoot her from behind. That is why Kara immediately goes to the road and seeing an approaching car, she stops it and asks for help from the people sitting inside. They agree. In the next scene, we see Kara in the police station, where everyone is behaving as if no one knows her. She tells everyone that she has been missing for the last 18 hours. What are you people doing? After this, she tells them everything and then they call Sarah also and give her the information. Jacara was brought here, the police. Question a man there. According to him, no such man lives there. Kara comes out of the car and says that he has a lot of bird buds. He always keeps his window closed. He also has a black sedan. The man understands who she is talking about. He takes her to her house. But by then, friends, he had fled, which was obviously bound to happen because when he would have woken up, he would have looked for Kara first. Well, now the police show Kara the photos of all the people living in that apartment so that she can identify him. She recognizes him too. Then we come to know that his real name is Richard, and not Johnny, and he lives here with his wife. After everything is confirmed, the house is searched. Everything Kara tells is true. Everything was as it was, and then friends. It is the turn of that box about which Richard was very sensitive. When the police opens it, they are shocked. Actually, Kara was not the first victim who was facing all this. In that box, there were broken dreams of girls of many ages who were troubled by Richard every day. Who knows how many of them might have killed themselves, or Richard might have killed them. The police also get some newspaper cuttings in which there was a print about her who was missing years ago. Now, seeing the seriousness of this case, a new officer joins the case and the work has become even faster. Meanwhile, Kara is brought to the hospital. She goes to check if she has suffered any injury, but thankfully there was nothing like that. But how long will the internal wound take to heal? This question keeps coming to Kara's mind again and again. When she meets her mother, they hug her tightly and cry a lot. Meanwhile, a lady cop comes there and finds out some more things, like what all she saw. Kara starts telling everything in detail. She even remembers the number of her family doctor. Seeing this, Sarah cannot believe that her daughter has grown up so much. She is very proud of her because it is because of her bravery that she is free today. Meanwhile, during the investigation, the officer finds the same notebook in which she had written about Kara, but when he turns its pages, the stories of two more girls were written in it, whose fate was not as good as Kara's, but they were of the same age. They were told by Richard, kept her locked for many months, and then in a bathtub in which he had kept Kara captive. Then when he got bored, he killed both of them and threw them in the lake. All this has been going on for the last 5 years. Now the officers could not believe it after knowing all this. Every time they thought that this must be a teenager's prank. Maybe she must have run away with some boy. But in the end, they would only find a dead body for which someone else is paying the price. The real murderer is still roaming free. After a few hours, they come to know about Richard's background. So they first reach his mother's house, where they find his black car and his wife Janelia, who was there. They tell them everything, but Janelia kept repeating that her husband is a good-hearted person and he is a family man. I wonder how he can do this, but when his sister asks him some questions, she tells him something very important, that she talked to Richard last night, and he was telling her that he is in a motel. The police reach there, but they don't find anything there either. It seems that maybe someone informed her about this beforehand. On the other hand, Kara's life is slowly coming back to normal, but her friends start teasing her sometimes. The police also ask her to stay at home because Richard is an outsider and he can do anything. Every other day, someone or the other keeps coming to her house. Policemen keep roaming around everywhere, which Kara doesn't like, because people keep reminding her that she is a victim, which she is not. She showed bravery, and that's why she is alive today, but it is people's job to say things. One day, Kara gets fed up of everyone and she leaves the house. She comes and stands outside the police station, and the old policeman comes and meets her, who had initially told her that she has run away, and even today he was talking to Kara as if she is a victim. But Kara answers his question by saying that they don't need to feel sorry for her. If he had done his work properly in the beginning, then he wouldn't have to see this day today. It was not him, but his confidence that was speaking, hearing which they become silent. After this, Kara goes from there to watch Ryan's match because now she doesn't want to live a suffocated life, and in the meantime, the police comes to know that Richard is coming inside the city again. That's why they have deployed all around, in which finally he is caught, but due to fear of court trials, prison bars, and the atrocities on himself, he killed himself because when it comes to oneself, everyone is a threat. Some people get scared, but friends, Kara was not happy with such an easy death. She wanted the world to see her and learn from her so that no one else makes the same mistake that she made that day. The same officer comes and sits with her and encourages her, because he also knows that maybe all this happened very quickly, but he tells her that it is good for you that everything turned out fine in the end. But Kara is thinking in her mind that how many more years will it take for her to forget all this, the answer to which she also does not know, because these are some such memories that she will definitely remember every day, every month, every year, sometime, or the other, and she will have to handle it, but she is ready. She tells her mom that she will try and will do it. She will show that she is brave and not a coward. This story ends here. Friends, this whole story is based on a true incident that happened in America in the year 2002, in which a 15-year-old girl named Kara was kept captive in a house by a 43-year-old man for 17 hours. He misbehaved with her, beat her, and did bad things to her. He wanted to kill her like he did with others. But she survived, after which she narrated her whole story to the whole world. Well, how did you like the story? Do tell us by commenting below. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.